the architecture of infinite ideas, how science, structure, and video games teach the mind to create. Every civilization began with an idea. Every invention, every scientific discovery, every piece of technology, every work of art, every game ever created, all of them existed first as invisible patterns inside someone's imagination before becoming reality. Ideas are the universe's first language. They exist before matter is shaped. Before a skyscraper rises into the sky, it exists as geometry inside the mind. Before a spacecraft leaves Earth, it exists as equations. Before a video game becomes millions of lines of code, it begins as one simple question. What if? That tiny question has built civilizations. But where do ideas actually come from? Neuroscience suggests that ideas emerge when distant regions of the brain begin communicating in new ways. Billions of neurons exchange electrical impulses, forming temporary networks that combine memories, experiences, emotions, observations, and predictions. Creativity is not randomness. It is structured recombination. The human brain constantly searches for patterns. When it discovers connections between seemingly unrelated concepts, an idea appears. Imagine looking at stars. One person sees lights. Another sees navigation. Another imagines galaxies. Another imagines black holes. Another imagines an entire science fiction universe. The stars never changed. Only the architecture of thought changed. Education exists for this reason. Education is not simply memorizing information. It is expanding the number of possible connections your brain can create. Knowledge increases possibility. The more systems you understand, the more ideas become available. Physics connects to mathematics. Mathematics connects to engineering. Engineering connects to architecture. Architecture connects to psychology. Psychology connects to storytelling. Storytelling connects to video games. Nothing exists alone. Everything becomes part of one enormous network. Scientists often describe reality as layers of systems interacting simultaneously. Atoms form molecules. Molecules form cells. Cells form organisms. Organisms form ecosystems. Planets form solar systems. Solar systems form galaxies. Galaxies form clusters. Every scale follows surprisingly similar principles. Patterns repeat. Structure repeats. Complexity emerges from simplicity. Video games unknowingly teach the same principle. Every massive open world begins with tiny mathematical instructions. A character jumps because equations calculate movement. Lighting exists because algorithms simulate photons. Weather systems emerge from probability. Artificial intelligence behaves according to decision trees. Entire digital civilizations are ultimately millions of logical instructions interacting together. Players see magic. Developers see systems. Science works exactly the same way. Nature appears infinitely complicated, but underneath every mountain, every ocean current, every hurricane, every heartbeat, every galaxy, lie mathematical relationships governing behavior. Understanding those structures transforms confusion into clarity. The greatest inventors rarely memorize facts. Instead, they understand systems. Once you understand systems, prediction becomes possible. When you understand gravity, you can launch satellites. When you understand electricity, you build computers. When you understand computation, you build artificial intelligence. When you understand intelligence, entirely new possibilities emerge. Ideas compound. Just like interest in finance, knowledge compounds through connection. Learning one concept makes learning the next easier. Eventually, your thinking accelerates. This is sometimes called exponential understanding. Small improvements become enormous transformations over time. Nature demonstrates this everywhere. A tiny seed contains instructions capable of producing an enormous tree. DNA is only a molecular code. Yet from that code emerges every cell, every organ, every memory, every heartbeat throughout an organism's lifetime. Information creates complexity. Software follows the same principle. Millions of simple instructions produce immersive digital worlds filled with realistic weather, intelligent characters, economies, ecosystems, conversations, and exploration. Complexity emerges from elegant structure. The universe itself may operate similarly. Modern cosmology suggests that shortly after the Big Bang,